1, go!
Good morning, Earthlings, and welcome back to Planet Primus once more here as we're going to play Destination Deep Space as presented by the Boeing Company here. Two alliances of 3 teams each facing off to try and put up the best score they can, constructing rockets around the perimeter of the field and filling them up with cargo to send back to planet Earth at the end of the match. Starting things off, we're going to leave our habitat zones there, those colored plastic platforms you see on the sides of the field. Looks like all but one of our machines so far, that's Saints Robotics, still hanging out in the habitat. Everybody else making their way out so far, but not a whole lot of cargo ship construction. You'll notice that the center cargo ships, those horizontal ones there in the middle of the field, some of them, actually both of them, started entirely pre-populated with hatch panels. Those are those yellow shields on the side. That's to hold the cargo in. They're able to opt to preload either those hatch panels or some of this orange cargo prior to the match. Looks like we went with all 6 on each side of hatch panels to make it a little easier to score here later in the match. Your current score with about a minute and a half left to play is 30-16 favoring the Red Alliance. Let's take a look at what they're doing here now. Revolution goes for a quick layup. It bounces right back at them, but not quite where they have great access to it. That's going to be underneath their hammer. You're going to have to do some jumps and some flips here. Maybe they'll get some help as Blue Alliance machine rolls over of Royal Robotics. Doesn't quite hit him hard enough to get the cargo out, but Revolution's able to do so on their own. Now they'll have to deal with this defense here. Royal Robotics aiming to keep Revolution away from that cargo they just dispelled, pushing them all the way back into their habitat zone there on the far end of the field with about a minute left to play. Taking a look at your Blue Alliance side of the field now, Team Xbot, one of the teams from Seattle here today, working on the tail end of this cargo ship. You can't preload anything back there. Looks like they've attached maybe one hatch panel. Not sure if that one's touching the floor or not. But for sake of argument, let's go with it for now. They want to construct the other hatch panel back there so they can start adding cargo to it. They've got just 30 seconds left to do it there with that buzzer. Currently down by a fair bit. Red Alliance up 41-19. Revolution putting up their climb there very early in the endgame period. At the end of the match, we go back to our habitat zones and try to prepare for launch. The Red Alliance fully kitted up here with a level 3 climb. That's worth 12 points, plus 2 level 1 climbs worth 3 apiece. Blue Alliance so far with 2 level 1 climbs. You have to leave the habitat zone to get any points for it. And it looks like that's going to be the end of qualification match number 1. We'll get your scores certified and sent over to you in just a moment. They are official, ... And it's going to be a Red Alliance victory in qualification match number 1. Final score 62-25. If you take a look at that scoreboard there, you will see on the sides we've got ranking points available here in Destination Deep Space. The winning alliance picks up 2 ranking points towards each of the individual teams' scores. Those are cumulative throughout, or excuse me, averaged throughout the day. There's 2 bonus rank points available, one of which that we did see for putting up at least 15 points of habitat climb score. The other one, which we may see later, we certainly saw throughout the regular season, comes from constructing one entire perimeter alliance rocket.